to my YouTube channel either sometime today or tomorrow, right? Let's go ahead and hop right into it, man. I want to give a huge shout out to the Most High in general for everything. I'm also giving you a shout out to myself as well for wanting to receive good information and give out this good information as well. I'm also giving you a shout out to everyone and to y'all. Y'all literally take energy out of y'all's day to come rock me, show love, support, you feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all so much more than love always deeply. I'm also sending good positive energy, good positive protection, good positive feeling, and good positive energy towards everyone always deeply. You feel me? Also, if you want to buy my ebook, you can. It's $10.90. Link's going to be in the description and in the comments when it does get uploaded to YouTube later on. Later on, I'm gonna put that in there and stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and get more deep into the live video. Also, disclaimer, bro. We're talking about the Mercury retrograde, right? That's taking place tomorrow, right? Disclaimer: I'm not here to sit here and try to tell you that this is like I'm not telling you that like people from your past are just gonna come back into your life. Everything's gonna just I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that stuff, bro. But I am gonna tell you some things about the Mercury retrograde and how it will work for a lot of individuals, right? Somewhat, maybe so. But yeah, in other words, I'm gonna be giving you guys information about the Mercury retrograde. Obviously, you can do your own research. Obviously, you can do more. I'm not giving all the information about the Mercury retrograde, but I am going to be giving out some information about the Mercury retrograde that takes place tomorrow, right? Let's go ahead and get more into it. So look, right, with the Mercury retrograde, right? With the Mercury retrograde, right, it's basically where like the planet kind of goes, a lot of energy on the planet goes through a shift, right? The Mercury retrograde is kind of like reverse, right? What I mean by reverse is that like exes hit up each other, old friendships hit up each other. Your old homeboy, old homegirl, they want to hit you up, right? Your old roster or whatever, they want to hit you up, whatever the case may be, right? This is the time where a lot of people start to piggyback. What I mean by piggyback is this is a lot of times when people want to restart new relationships, new friendships. A lot of times people want to restart old connections, right? So, you might get a call from your ex, you might get a call from your old friends, you might get a call from your old family members, or you might not get a call from any of these people that was once in your life, right? I'm not gonna sit here and try to just 100% confirm it. Yes, you're gonna get people from your past. No, I'm not gonna sit here and do that. No, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you're 100% gonna get people from your past and they're gonna contact you during Mercury retrograde. No, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that, right? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible, right? Especially during the Mercury retrograde energy. There's gonna be a lot of energy going on during Mercury retrograde. But I'm not gonna sit here and try to say 100% is gonna happen. No, I'm not gonna sit here and say that. But yes, Mercury retrograde is a time where a lot of energies start to circle and come back to one another. A lot of relationships, they want to come back together, right? A lot of friendships, they want to come back together, right? So you might not want to be too surprised if somebody from your past hits you up, is what I'm saying, right? It's one of the things that I'm saying, right? Another thing is, too, with the Mercury retrograde, a lot of hectic. One of the key words is hectic. A lot of hectic energy goes on during Mercury retrograde, right? So with that being said, right, you may realize that a lot of people may be more emotional than usual, right? A lot of people might be more hyper. A lot of people might be more just sensitive, right? A lot of energy takes place during Mercury retrograde. I definitely recommend y'all to be mindful, especially during Mercury retrograde. Even if it wasn't Mercury retrograde, I still recommend y'all to be mindful. And when does Mercury retrograde start? Y'all can do more research. I don't know everything about Mercury retrograde, but Mercury retrograde starts tomorrow. It starts tomorrow, November the 8th, right? It starts tomorrow. Hold on. No, my bad. It starts tomorrow, November the 9th. My bad. Today is November the 8th. Tomorrow is November the 9th. And Mercury retrograde starts tomorrow, November the 9th. Y'all can do more research on when it ends and all that stuff, right? Now look, right? So, with the Mercury retrograde, right? A lot of energy is going to take place during this time, right? This is the time to, really focus on yourself. This is the time to really pay attention to the people around you, right? Because the people around you might start acting different. You might start acting different. You might start feeling different, right? You might feel called to go talk back to old energies that you said that you was done and you was cutting off forever, right? So a lot of energy is going to take place during this time, right? So with that being said, right? Excuse me, you might feel tempted to hit up old exes or hit up old friendships or hit up old family members, right? Because there's going to be a lot of energy going on during this Mercury retrograde, right? A lot of people, they're going to feel called to go back and and go talk and rekindle with old people and old folks and old, you know what I'm saying, old relationships, right? So, you know, if you're somebody who doesn't want to talk to old people from, if you don't want to talk to people from your past, then, you know, I recommend you to just, you know, continue to keep healing, continue to just stay mindful, right? Because it's a lot of energy that's going to go on during Mercury retrograde, right? A lot of people really turn up during Mercury retrograde, right? You know what I'm saying? If y'all have been noticing, it's been a lot of full moons recently as well, right? Full moons brings out a lot of that like chaotic energy in a lot of individuals, right? I'm telling y'all, bro, that moon has power, right? Yes, the sun has a lot of power as well, do not get me wrong, but that moon has a lot of power as well, right? They both have a lot of power, right? You know what I'm saying? So with this Mercury retrograde, also notice the time when the Mercury retrograde is going to happen, November the 9th, right? It's also, we're slowly but surely moving into what? We're kind of getting closer to moving into winter, right? Even though winter is not real, it's man-made. Spring, autumn, summer, none of that is real, etc. Fall, right? We're in fall right now, right? But we're slowly but surely moving into winter, right? During winter, a lot of people want to, you know, during winter, right? A lot of people, they want to be cuddled up, right? You know what I'm saying? They want to be cuddled up. They want to do all these different things, right? It's getting cold, etc. Right now, with Mercury retrograde, right? Mercury retrograde is around the time where, you know, it's starting to get more colder, right? We're about to get ready to enter December, right? And next month we're going to enter December, right? December is where it starts getting more colder, right? It's about to be so-called Christmas, etc., right? So a lot of energy will be taking place during the Mercury retrograde, right? So if you feel called to hit up old past people, that doesn't mean that you have to go do it, right? Just because you feel called to do something, that doesn't mean that you have to do it, right? You have free will, right? So a lot of people's exes, a lot of people's old friendships, whatever, they may want you to hit them up because they're too much in their ego to just hit you up and just say something or say what's up or see how you doing, right? So might not want to be surprised if you keep feeling or you keep thinking about people that you said that you was done moving, that you was done talking to and you was moving on from, right? Because Mercury retrograde, a lot of people are going to shift into a whole different timeline. In other words, a lot of people are going to shift into a whole different frequency, into a whole nother energy, into a whole new energy, right? So another thing too with the Mercury retrograde, right? Be mindful, right? This is a good time if you want to protect your crown. This is a good time to work on your crown chakra energy, right? This is a good time to be wrapping your hair up. This is a good time to not really be showing your hair like that to people. This is a great time to be wrapping your hair up. This is a good time to be doing meditative mudras, hand mudras, right? Meditation, doing certain mudras and meditation that has connection with the crown chakra energy. The crown chakra energy, for a lot of people, is going to play a big role in this Mercury retrograde, right? You know what I'm saying? Because during Mercury retrograde, a lot of people, they like to send energies to one another. Remember, y'all, we are electrical beings. Well, how does our brain work? It works off electricity, etc. Right? We are electrical beings, right? This is why we're really not supposed to be eating a whole lot of this stuff that they be feeding us, like chips, all that, you know, etc. We're not supposed to be eating a lot of that, right? We're not supposed to be eating that, right? You know what I'm saying? We are electrical beings, right? Etc. Now, right? So this is a good time to be, you know, really protecting and really tapping in with that crown chakra energy. But why is it so important why is it such an important opportunity to tap in with your crown chakra energy? Because we're about to step into the Mercury retrograde energy. So since we're about to step into the Mercury retrograde energy, right? A lot of people are going to be sending downloads. They're going to be sending energy to one another telepathically, right? Like, oh, I miss you, this and that. But instead of just texting them or calling them, a lot of people be in their ego. So what they'll do is they'll naturally send energy electrically to that person's mind that, hey, I miss you. Then this is why you be chilling one day, you're on the couch, let's say you playing the game, and all of a sudden, you start thinking about your ex out of nowhere. Now you start missing your ex. Whole time, do you miss your ex, or is it just that they sent you an energy wave, you picked up on it, and now you're picking up on their energy, right? Now here's another thing too. Your crown chakra plays a big role in your mind, right? A lot of people be sending attacks, right? Let's go deeper. A lot of people be sending attacks, right? What are attacks, right? There's multiple different types of attacks, but let's talk about spiritual attacks, right? A spiritual attack could be like, let's say you're out in public, right? You're chilling, you vibrating high, you're feeling good, positive thoughts running through your mind, right? This random person, they accidentally bump into you, right? They accidentally bump into you. You keep it pushing. You know, there was an accident. They said my bad or whatever, right? And as that is going on, right, all of a sudden, after they get done bumping into you, you start to feel anxious. Start to feel anxiety. You start to feel these negative thoughts. That person could have been a sentient program. They could have been designed to try to lower your vibration, right? When somebody's trying to lower your vibration, they don't have to do like stuff from afar. They can do it. They can just simply touch you or just bump into you. Boom, they can. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people, they know how to slide that energy, right? No, seriously. A lot of people, they know how to slide that energy on you, right? Okay, we need you to do this because this person is vibrating too high. You really good at witchcraft and stuff. So what we're going to have you do is dap them up or just bump them up, fist bump them. If they don't want to dap up or fist bump, as you walk them by them, just bump them. Do something. Just get some type of physical contact, right? Because a lot of witchcraft comes from physical contact, right? This is why if you're getting crystals, right? Be mindful of the crystal stores that you're going to, bro. Because, bro, a lot of them people at the crystal stores, they don't be knowing what they talking about. A lot of them people at these crystal stores, bro, they be evil. They be low vibrational, right? You feel me? They trying to help you pick out yo crystals. How are you gonna help me pick out my crystals? You don't even meditate. You don't even charge your crystals. What are you talking about? If you don't even charge your crystals, how can you tell me about crystals? How can you tell me about crystals if you don't even charge your crystals? You see what I'm saying? For real, a lot of y'all, bro, I'm not saying don't go to crystal shops, but I done been to crystal shops, right? I done been to crystal shops, right? You don't even, bro, and the thing is with crystal shops, a lot of these crystal shops, they be selling us fake crystals. They don't even be real crystals, bro. So you mean to tell me they got a whole crystal in here? They got my whole name, my whole initials. My first name is Ali, A-L-I. So you mean to tell me in this store, yeah, I got a whole crystal that has my whole initials. I can buy my whole initials where it says A-L-I. How? So it just randomly a crystal has a shape of an A and an L and an I, which says my name, which spells out my name, Ali. Telling y'all, bro. You see what I'm saying? Another thing too with crystals is crystals are expensive. But why are they expensive? If a crystal is expensive, that can be a good thing because real crystals, they're going to cost you some money. They might cost you a lot of money because if a real crystal is really working, it's a real crystal, oh, you can get a lot of benefits from it. Crystals are tools. Now, if you look at my live streams, if you look at my YouTube channel, I don't really wear crystals. I don't wear crystals like that. I love crystals, but I don't really wear crystals like that. Another thing, too, you are naturally a crystal. Yes, you are a crystal. So you don't have to wear other crystals. Crystals are tools. They're designed to help you, etc. But they aren't your main source of energy. They're not. They can be a main source of energy, but that's not the only thing that you get your energy from. You are naturally a crystal. You don't, what I'm saying is you don't need crystals. You see what I'm saying, bro? Right? You don't need crystals. You don't need crystals. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people think they need crystals. So yes, if you're going to these crystal stores, right? If you're going to these crystal stores, you could do this. You could just test the person, right? You could be like, tell me about obsidian, or, you know, tell me about this crystal, or tell me about this crystal, right? And if they're not able to fully break it down, bro, then you might not want to shop there. Because do you actually know what you're talking about, or do you just work here? I'm going to say it again. Do you actually know what you are talking about, or do you just work here, right? I don't want y'all to get fooled, bro. Because a lot of people, they'll work at these crystal shops, but they don't actually know what they're talking about. They don't know nothing. They don't really know a lot about crystals. You see what I'm saying? And then two, hold on, let's go even deeper. I might make a whole separate video. I might make a whole YouTube video. I might make a whole separate YouTube video talking about this, but let's go deeper. Another thing is too, right? If you go into a crystal shop, right? And a woman or a man or whoever, if they try to offer you a tarot reading, right? Why are you offering me a tarot reading? What energy are you picking up off myself? If you're even picking up energy off myself, do not let everybody do you a tarot reading. What a lot of y'all aren't realizing is you are the tarot. You are the tarot. You are the tarot, right? You was about to go to the party, but your intuition kicked in, bro. Don't go to the party. You good? I got a bad feeling. Nah, bro. I'm cool. I'm gonna miss out on this party. I'm cool. Your homie, he texts you 2 hours later. Yo, bro, they was shooting at the party. You a tarot. You are a tarot. You are a tarot. Yes, you are. You are a tarot. You don't need tarot cards. You don't need people. You don't need people to do readings for you. You don't need that. You don't. You don't have to. You don't. I'm not saying. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying tarot cards can't help. I'm not saying getting a reading can't help. But it's not something that you need. These are tools. Tarot cards, crystals. These are tools. These are different tools, different elements. Powerful, very powerful tools, especially if you know what you're doing, right? But don't get me wrong. These aren't things that you need, though. That's what I'm saying. I don't got nothing against tarot cards. I don't got nothing against crystals. I rock with both of them. But what I'm saying is you don't need them, though, right? I recommend you to not just let anybody do a tarot reading on you. Do you know this energy? Do you know this person? They might try to put a spell on you. They might try to change your future. So now, your future originally, you was going to do something totally different. But because you did this tarot reading card, and because you believed it, now you just manifested it. Now they have changed. You have helped them to change your future. Because for whatever reason, they could have been jealousy, or for whatever reason, they wanted to change your future. Don't just be, I recommend y'all, bro, don't just be letting anybody just, hey, you want to do a tarot card? You came there to get crystals. Why? Come on, bro. You see what I'm saying, bro? You feel me? Right? Now look, right? Let's get back more on topic, right? Now, with this Mercury retrograde, right? This is one of the main reasons why it's important to protect your crown chakra, whether if it's Mercury retrograde or not, is because, bro, your crown chakra, if you really strengthen your crown chakra, it can be very hard and be very difficult for attacks to mess with you, right? People be sending attacks, right? You ever been in a good mood? You vibrating high, right? Then all of a sudden you get these negative thoughts, right? And you're like, bro, these can't be my thoughts. I don't even think like this. I don't talk like this. I don't act like this. This isn't me. Where is this coming from? Somebody might be trying to send you spiritual negative attacks. In attack, bro, let's go deeper. In attack, right? An attack doesn't, an attack doesn't always have to be physical. A lot of times we hear the word attack, we think it's something physical, right? An attack doesn't have to always be physical. Sometimes an attack is something spiritual, right? So if you really strengthen in your crown chakra, this is your crown chakra, all it is. Crown chakra energy, right? So if you really strengthen your crown chakra, it might be a lot harder for a lot of people to send attacks or try to send negative thoughts your way, because your crown chakra is just so strong. You've done a lot of meditating in certain hand mudras, tapping in with that crown chakra energy. And then you be wrapping your hair up. You got the scarf on or the do-rag or the bonnet, right? So you're protecting that energy. So now it's harder for a lot of these, it might be a lot harder for these individuals to try to send attacks your way, and try to send negative energy and try to do all these other low vibrational things to you, right? And the reason why, another thing too, is during Mercury retrograde, Mercury retrograde starts tomorrow, November the 9th. You can do more research about it if you would like. Mercury retrograde starts tomorrow. Mercury retrograde is the energy this year. This is where a lot of people are going to go back to old passes, right? So you might get it. You might get attacked. Somebody might try to attack you. They might want you back in your energy, but instead of just trying to hit you up, they're in their ego too much. So they might be in their ego too much. So they might want you to hit them up. So they might try to spiritually attack you. And if your crown chakra not strong enough, right, then you might fall for it. But in reality, you don't even actually want to hit this person up. It's their energy that you're feeling. But you think it's you that wants to go back to them. No, it's them that wants to go back to you. That might be the case. You see what I'm saying, bro? You feel me? So, bro, I'm telling you, bro, Mercury retrograde starts tomorrow. This is a very good time to really protect that crown chakra energy. Because your crown chakra energy, for a lot of y'all, it's going to play a big role in y'all's energy. A lot of y'all's crown chakra energy is going to play a big role on how you do certain things in this Mercury retrograde energy that we're about to step in, that a lot of us are about to step into, right? You see what I'm saying? What's up, y'all, to everybody who joined the chat, who been in here? What up, Name? I know I said that wrong. What up, Baker? What's up, Rage? What's up, Maram? My bad if I said that wrong, bro. But look, now look, right? Now look, right? Another thing, too, with Mercury retrograde is right? you might get tested during, I mean, we always get tested regardless. But what I mean by this is that, let's say you said to yourself like a few months ago, whenever, yo, bro, I'm done messing with these people. They live vibrational. I'm changing my life. I want to be more positive. I don't want to be around negative energy. Okay. In this season that a lot of us are about to enter starting tomorrow, right? You might get tested, right? Your old friends, they might hit you up. Yo, bro, I know it's been a while. We trying to link. We trying to do this and that. You popping out. We getting you. What we doing, right? Now you trying to. Now you like, I said I was done messing with them. Now, but they, right? Be mindful during this retrograde, bro. Be focused during this retrograde, bro. Protect your energy during this retrograde. This is gonna get real for a lot of individuals during this Mercury retrograde. A lot of people's energy gonna start shifting. A lot of people gonna start feeling different. They're gonna start moving different. They're gonna start acting different, etc. Bro, I'm telling you. You see what I'm saying? Now look, right? Somebody in the comments, right, just said, you have no idea what you're talking about, do you? Right? Now look, right? This is the thing, right? See, a lot of people, right? A lot of people aren't real, right? Everybody's real, but at the same time, a lot of people aren't real. So what does this mean, right? For an example, the person who just commented that, right, that might not actually be a real person. That person might not have a soul. That person might not even have a spirit, right? That might even be a whole AI generated comment just to try to throw people off in the comments, right? It could be. Or it could be an actual real person. They could just be vibrating low. Or they might not be vibrating low. They might just be confused, right? And to answer your question, yes, I do know what I'm talking about. Now, do I know everything about the Mercury retrograde? No, I do not. Nobody does. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I know everything about the Mercury retrograde. Oh, I know this, I know that. No, I'm telling you certain things that I know, right? I'm not sitting here telling you everything about Mercury retrograde. I don't know everything about Mercury retrograde, right? And if you was in here in the beginning, I literally spoke on and said, I'm not going to 100% guarantee anything about certain things about Mercury retrograde. I'm not 100% guaranteeing anything when it comes to Mercury retrograde. I'm not. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people, bro, like that comment, right? A lot of people, they be vibrating low, right? You see what I'm saying? See, that comment, that probably could have been a projection comment. That person might have been trying to project negative energy, right? You see what I'm saying? Because if you don't think that I know what I'm talking about, then why would you be in here watching? Right? Why would you try to learn from somebody if you think that they don't know what they're talking about? If you truly feel that somebody doesn't know what they're talking about, why sit in there live and watch? See what I'm saying? Like, for an example, right? I remember I was live yesterday, right? And like, I think somebody had was getting upset or whatever, right? About something or whatever, right? And the thing is, if you're getting upset about something, right? Why watch it? Right? For an example, I've watched Roots before. I've watched Roots before when I was much younger, right? Will I ever watch Roots again? No, I will not. Why? Because it's gonna try to lower my vibration. I am a reincarnation. I've been here before. I don't want to sit here and watch a video of my people getting whipped and raped, etc. I don't want to watch that. So I'm not gonna watch that because it's designed to try to lower our vibration. It's designed to try to lower my vibration. So I'm not gonna watch it. See what I'm saying? A lot of people will get in my comments. A lot of people will get in other people's comments. Bro, I don't like what you're talking about. Da, da, da. You don't have to watch. We have free will. What are you saying? Right? I don't want to watch Roots because it's going to try to lower my vibration. So guess what? I'm not going to watch it. We need to be more mindful, including myself. We need to be more mindful of what we're giving our energy to and what we are allowing to be in our energy. Dang, what? I don't like what they said. So why keep watching it? Aren't you draining yourself now? Aren't you wasting your energy? For what? Right? You see what I'm saying? But yes, I do know what I'm talking about, right? I do deep research, right? I don't just sit like, bro, I do deep research. And the thing about me is, bro, I don't have to go get on social media to get insight and to get information. I don't. Bro, I'm Ali. I am that I am. I am a God. I don't have to read a book. I don't have to go Google. I don't have to go ChatGPT. I don't have to go watch other video. I don't have to do that. Neither do you. If you are black, neither do you. Right? I can just simply go meditate and I'm gonna tap into I can simply meditate. I can simply meditate for 4 to 5 minutes. And if I really want to, I'm gonna get some type of download or some type of information. Another example, I can literally go sit in the sun. And if I really want to, I'm gonna tap into some type of information, right? Matter of fact, I don't even have to meditate. I can just be in my house and just no phone, no nothing, and just Just walk around my crib. And if I really want to, I'm going to tap in information, right? A lot of y'all think I need the Bible. A lot of y'all think I need the Quran. A lot of y'all think I need ChatGPT. A lot of y'all think I need Google. A lot of y'all think I need social media. Now, are these some things where you can get some type of good information from? Yes. Yes. But do you need it? Bro, no, you do not. No, you don't. A lot of people really think they need ChatGPT. A lot of people think they need Google or they need social media to get information. You are the information. Let's break down. I'm not going to fully break it down, but let's break down some of the terminology and the definition of information. Information. Maybe let's say it again. Information. In. What does it start with? In. I-N. What is in? In equals inner. Inner. In. Inner. I-N. Inner. Information. A lot of things are inner before they are outer. Right? A lot of things are inner before they are outer. Information. The information is within you. Notice how the words rhyme. The information is within you. Notice how within and within and information, they both have I-N in it. They both rhyme. They both have N in it. Information, a lot of information comes within, right? You see what I'm saying? Right? I don't have to go get a piece of paper and script out a video. I don't have to do that. It's nothing wrong with doing that as long as you being positive, stuff like that. Ain't nothing wrong with doing that if you want to go that route. But you don't have to do that. I don't have to sit on here and have a whole notebook and reading off and saying this and that. I don't have to do that. You got an intuition. Intuition. Notice how the intuition has an I-N in it as well. Intuition. Right? Intuition. Right? If you go look at my YouTube channel, bro, you don't see me a lot of times going to Google during a video. You don't see me looking at some type of piece of paper trying to like explain to y'all about something, or I'm looking at a computer or another, or like you don't really see that on my channel, right? Now, of course, a few times on my channel I have used one of my other phones that I don't have anymore to like, pull up some information, show us some information, stuff like that. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? So look, right? Getting back to the Mercury retrograde though, right? And one more thing too, bro. Another thing too is, right, is that like I said, bro, you don't need social media to get information. No, you don't. Information. Where is the N coming from? I-N. Within. You are the information. A lot of the information is within us. Right? But dang, I'm not really getting good ideas. Maybe you should try getting off social media. Maybe you should try meditating. Maybe you should try going for a walk and not getting on your phone, not listening to no type of music, not going on a walk with anybody, just going on a walk by yourself. You do that. If you go on a walk by yourself, no music, you're not on your phone, you're not talking to anybody, right? You could do that twice a week. You're gonna get, and as long as you're trying, etc., you're gonna get some type of ideas, bro. You're gonna get some type of ideas, bro, right? Why do you think so many people get so much information when they go meditate? Because you're cutting off a lot of distractions, right? I could I could hop off this live right now and go meditate. And I could be like, you know what? I'm setting my intentions. I want to know more about the Mercury retrograde. I'm going to tap into more of the Mercury retrograde energy. I say, and then I go meditate on it, etc. I'm going, once I get done with that meditation, or even while I'm in that meditation, I'm going to know more about the Mercury retrograde. A lot of stuff is within, bro. You don't have to go read. You don't have to go read a book. A lot of times when people are telling you stuff from social media, a lot of times, not all the time, maybe not all the time, but a lot of times they're getting it from within. A lot of times people are getting information from within and they're bringing it to the outer. They're bringing it to the external. They're bringing it to the physical. They're bringing it to social media or, in person, etc. Right? So yes, y'all, the Mercury retrograde starts tomorrow. Like I said, you can do more research on the Mercury retrograde if you would like, right? If you don't, that's all good. But the Mercury retrograde starts tomorrow, November the 9th, right? A lot of energy is going to take place during the Mercury retrograde, right? A lot of people are going to be circling back to old energies, right? A lot of people are going to, be feeling different, right? They're going to be moving different. It's going to be a lot of mood swings for a lot of different individuals, bro. A lot of us are going to be stepping into this new timeline, this new shift of energy, right? So a lot of people are going to be acting different. They're going to be feeling different because a lot of people are going to be, tapping into a new energy, right? So you see what I'm saying? But I do appreciate everybody joining the live. This wasn't really a long live, you feel me? It was like 30 minutes or whatever. It wasn't really a long live, but I did want to come on here And, you know, I did what I did, you know. I wanted to come on here and talk about the Mercury retrograde, so that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody joining, you know. And like I said, y'all, like I said, before I end off the live in a little bit, like I said, y'all, that crown chakra, I'm letting y'all know, bro. I don't know everything about the Mercury retrograde. I do not. But that crown chakra is it can play a big role during this Mercury retrograde. And you can literally just go on Google, Chat GPT, whatever, and just type in meaning of crown chakra, spiritual meaning of crown chakra. And it'll give you a list of different things, literally. But look, man, this video will be getting uploaded to my YouTube channel either sometime today or sometime tomorrow. I just uploaded a YouTube video not too long ago. Y'all can go check it out if you would like. If not, it's all good. And I appreciate everybody joining the live, man, for real. And peace to all.